ISTQB sample questions. First question, what is the biggest problem with a developer testing his own code? Options. A. Developers are not good testers. B. Developers are not quality focused. C. Developers are not objective about their own code. D. Developers do not have time to test their own code. The correct answer is option C. Developers are not objective about their own code. Explanation. Developers can be very invested in their code and may miss bugs due to confirmation bias. They might only test for scenarios they anticipated while coding, neglecting edge cases. ISTQB sample questions. Question 2. When coding is directed by the test cases, what development approach is being used? A. TDD. B. BDD. C. ATDD. D. TBD. The answer is A. TDD. Explanation. TDD stands for test-driven development. In TDD, tests are written before the actual code, ensuring the code fulfills its intended purpose. The development process revolves around writing failing tests, implementing code to make them pass, and then refactoring for maintainability. ISTQB sample questions. Question 3. You are working in a team of testers who are all writing test cases. You have noticed that there is a significant inconsistency with the length and amount of detail in the different test cases. Where should the criteria for test case writing be documented? Options. A. The test plan. B. The test approach. C. The test case template. D. The project plan. The correct answer is A. The test plan. Explanation. The test plan provides the overall testing strategy and sets expectations for the testing process. Including test case writing criteria in the plan can ensure alignment with the testing objectives. Question 4. You have been given the following set of test cases to run. You have been instructed to run them in order by risk and to accomplish the testing as quickly as possible to provide feedback to the developers as soon as possible. Have a look on the table. What is the best order in which to run these tests? Answer is option A. Explanation. Prioritize quick tests with medium risk for early feedback. So, start with test case 2, 10 minutes, medium risk, no dependency. After completing test case 2, have a look on test case 5 with minimum time, 10 minutes, medium risk, but dependency on 4. So, first run test case 4, 30 minutes, high risk, dependency on 2. Then, run test case 5. Then, execute test case 6 with 15 minutes, low risk, dependency on 2. Now, test case 1, with 30 minutes duration, low risk, dependency on 6. So, start execution after test case 6 finishes. Last one is test case 3, 45 minutes, high risk, dependency on 1. Run it as the last test due to its high risk and dependency. Question 5. Unit tests belong in which testing quadrant? Options. A. Q1. B. Q2. C. Q3. D. Q4. Here we have Agile testing quadrant diagram. From this, we can identify, unit test belong to which quadrant. The answer is Q1. Explanation. Unit tests belong in Q1. Technology-facing tests that support the team. Here unit tests perfectly align with the goals of Q1 in the Agile testing quadrant model. Question 6. You have received the following estimates for a complex testing activity that is critical to the success of your project. The 3-point estimates are: the most likely estimate, M, is $42. The optimistic estimate, O, is $35. Pessimistic estimate, P, is $54. What is the expected activity cost of this activity using the 3-point estimate, rounded to the nearest dollar? Options. A. 35. B. 43. C. 42. D. 54. The answer is 43. Explanation. Calculate the expected activity cost using the beta distribution formula. E equals O plus 4 times M plus P, divided by 6. So plugging in the values, the expected activity cost is found as approximately $42.83. And rounded to the nearest dollar, therefore the answer is 43. Question 7. You are testing a thermostat for a heating, air conditioning system. You have been given the following requirements. When the temperature is below 70 degrees, turn on the heating system. When the temperature is above 75 degrees, turn on the air conditioning system. When the temperature is between 70 and 75 degrees, inclusive, turn on fan only. Which of the following is the minimum set of test temperature values to achieve 100% two-value boundary value analysis coverage? The correct answer is option C. To achieve 100% two-value boundary value analysis coverage, the option C provides the minimum set of test values that cover the boundaries effectively. So, 69 tests the behavior below 70. 70 tests the lower boundary. 75 tests the upper boundary. 76 tests the behavior above 75. These values test the system's behavior at and around critical points. Question 8. You have been given the following requirement. A user must log into the system with a valid username and password. If they fail to enter the correct combination 3 times, they will receive an error and will have to wait 10 minutes before trying again. The test terminates when the user successfully logs in. How many test cases are needed to provide 100% state transition coverage? Correct answer is option B. 2. Based on the transitions outlined. Test case 1. Initial state to logged in, successful login on the first attempt. Test case 2. Initial state to first attempt to logged in, failure on the first attempt, then successful login on the second attempt. These 2 test cases cover all the necessary state transitions. Initial state to logged in. Initial state to first attempt. First attempt to logged in. Question 9. If you have a section of code that has one simple if statement, how many tests will be needed to achieve 100% branch coverage? The answer is B. 2 tests. To achieve 100% branch coverage for a section of code containing a single, simple if statement, we'll need exactly 2 tests. True branch. The code block that executes when the if condition evaluates to true. False branch. The code block that executes when the if condition evaluates to false. Question 10. You are testing a machine that scores exam papers and assigns grades. Based on the score achieved, the grades are as follows. 1 to 49 equals F. 50 to 59 equals D minus. 60 to 69 equals D. 70 to 79 equals C. 80 to 89 equals B. 90 to 100 equals A. If you apply equivalence partitioning, how many test cases will you need to achieve minimum test coverage? So, use equivalence partitioning, we need at least 1 test case from each of these partitions. For invalid too low, take -1 or 0. For grade F, 25. For grade D, 55. For grade D, 65. For grade C, 75. For grade B, 85. For grade A, 95. For invalid too high, 101. Thus, we need 8 test cases. Question 11. Which of the following are benefits and which are risks of using tools to support test automation? Over-reliance on the tool. Greater consistency and repeatability. Objective assessment. Unrealistic expectations. Underestimating the effort required to maintain the test assets generated by the tool. Ease of access to information about tests or testing. Repetitive work is reduced. In this example, benefits are greater consistency and repeatability. Objective assessment. Ease of access to information about tests or testing. Repetitive work is reduced. Risks are over-reliance on the tool. Unrealistic expectations. And underestimating the effort required to maintain the test assets generated by the tool.